So an old favorite recipe of mine that I used to do, God, 16 years ago when I first started this business, I think I probably did it at my first 20 shows, is the chicken and broccoli braid. Great way to use up leftover chicken, great way to get broccoli into the kids. So over here I've got a couple of chicken breasts that I grilled up on our grill pan, and then I chopped them up using our salad chopper. Our salad chopper has two blades, a scoop at the bottom, spring loaded. It's a giant scissor, super sharp. It's titanium coated so that if you're chopping up things like lettuce, it's not gonna discolor your lettuce. Great for chopping up everything that goes into a salad, from nuts to hard-boiled eggs to carrots to really soft lettuce, everything in every texture, craisins, all of it. You can hold it this way and chop away, or you can hold it this way and chop away. The official name of this is the salad chopper. We longtime Pampered Chef consultants, we've been lobbying the company to rename it to the Choppy Woppy, because it's not just for salads, it chops just about everything. As you see right here, we're chopping up some cooked chicken breast. It's lifetime guaranteed, dishwasher safe, and has a locking mechanism in the handle so that when it's in your drawer, you're not gonna reach in and lose a finger. So we use that to chop up our chicken, drop that into the dishwasher for some washing. I have the chicken in our stainless steel mixing bowl because the chicken's hot and I don't want to burn myself. I put the bowl into our microwave cozy to protect my hands so I can chop without burning myself. Little multifunctional tool there. The microwave cozy is great for college kids who want to microwave their bowls full of ramen or mac and cheese in our what is that thing called? Microwave pasta cooker. This goes, obviously not with the stainless steel bowl. The cozy will go right into the microwave with whatever ceramic bowl in here. So put it in the microwave like that, take it out like that, goes in the dishwasher when it's dirty. So that's step one of this recipe. I need to chop up some fresh broccoli. I want to chop it up really finely so it's going to disappear in our recipe. I may want some chunks, but our food chopper is a great tool when you want to chop stuff down and you want to determine how coarse or how fine of a chop you get. It has a little protective cover on the top, which is technically the bottom. I store mine over here, so it's the top, but whatever. You can chop small amounts of something right in here. Like I could take one little floret of broccoli, or maybe a couple of florets, chop it right in there, and not have to dirty the cutting board. Or you put somebody's picture in there when they ticked you off. It's cheap therapy. If you have ever watched Suzanne Summers, you know she was famous for the Thigh Master. You don't need to buy a Thigh Master if you've got one of these. Let's see if I can back it up enough you can see what I'm doing over here. Can you see? That's how you get your thigh workout. It's a multitasking tool. All right, so to chop up the broccoli, can you guys see the cutting board? Yep, we're just gonna wrangle up the piece that you wanna hit. And just like that, nicely chopped up. This is a great way if you have little kids to hide vegetables in their food. 3 chops, you get chunks, keep going, you get crumbs. When my boys were little, I used to chop up broccoli until it was like crumbs. My oldest would call it green thwinkles, and I had to put green sprinkles into everything he ate. He thought it was a treat. It was broccoli. So just like that, all that broccoli is all chopped up. Knocking things over. Ta-da! In my batter bowl, I've got some chopped up chicken. We're going to toss in the broccoli. The food chopper is super easy to use and super easy to clean. Comes apart, so there's no place for any crud to get stuck. And it goes right into the dishwasher. Love this for doing onions because it keeps the fumes, those onion fumes, contained within here so your mascara stays on your face. So that's our food chopper, one of my favorites, item number 2585. I want to dice up some red bell pepper for the next step of this recipe. I've gutted the red bell pepper using our scoop loop, which you've probably seen in other videos that I've done. I'm just going to quarter it, and then using our quick slice, which has these micro serrated blades that kind of come gradually to a point. I'm gonna place, hold on, need 2 hands here. I'm gonna place my bell pepper on it, go right down, and I get slices. I'm gonna give those slices a quarter turn and turn them into dices. And now we've got dices, just like that. Where's the bowl? Here we go. It's going into this bowl. This guy is great for just about anything you'd put in a salad. Zucchinis, cucumbers, tomatoes, blocks of cheese, pound cake and strawberries, obviously not going into your salad, but if you wanted to make strawberry shortcake, it's great for the pound cake and strawberries. Great for a stick of butter to make individual pats to put out on your Thanksgiving dinner table. Also great, whoops, for the canned cranberry sauce. There's somebody in every family who likes the canned cranberry sauce that comes out shaped like a can. If you've ever tried slicing that, it's like slicing Jell-O, but you place it on here and you get perfect slices. This will give you nice uniform slices of whatever you want to slice. And again, you give it a quarter turn and get beautiful dices. Ta-da! That's our quick slice. One of my most popular items, number 1181. All right, garlic lovers, a head of garlic. A clove of garlic. Our garlic press is the best one on the market. You don't have to peel the garlic. Drop it in here. See, skin is on it. We're going to place it in skin and all. I'm going to take the little tool out of the handle. Give it a squeeze. There's all the beautiful garlic meat and juice. Can you guys see all that went into the bowl? Using the little cleaning tool, give it a scrape. And there's my garlic skin. And that gets flipped into the disposal. Bing, goodbye. All right, next in is going some mayonnaise. Measure this in our measure-all cup. You just pull it back to whatever measurement you need, pack in your ingredient, and it slides out. Get to every last bit. And then liquids on this side. That's why it's the measure-all cup. And it's dishwasher safe. So into our chicken and broccoli mixture, I just added about a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. We're giving this a nice mix. And then it's going to go into our dough on the large bar pan. So I'll show you that in just a second. This recipe calls for crescent roll dough, but we didn't have any, so we're opting for Pillsbury pizza dough. I laid it out on the stone and just kind of randomly cut, well, not so random, but I cut lines, left kind of a solid area through the center. That's where the filling is going to go. And then we're going to be braiding this right over the filling. The last step before baking is we're just going to brush a little egg white right over the top. It's going to kind of give it a nice glossy finish, and it's going to allow the almonds to stick to it. And the almonds add some nice flavor and crunch. I'm using our Chef silicone basting brush to brush the egg wash over the top. Love this guy because it's not made of boar's hair bristles. It's made of silicone, so I'm not having to pick little hairs out of it. You know, when you use the traditional boar's hair bristled brushes, you end up picking little hairs out of your food, and it's kind of gross. So the almonds are going to stick to this a little bit. They're also going to fall all over the baking stone. We're baking this on our large bar pan, which a lot of people would refer to as a jelly roll pan. It's stoneware, which means you can use it in the oven or in the microwave. It comes in different sizes. Obviously, this one's a little too big for the microwave. Whatever you make on stoneware, you're going to get lighter, fluffier baked goods, crispier crusts. You can do your meats on here. You can do your vegetables on here. I love doing all my baking on here because everything comes out so fluffy and wonderful. The more you use this, the darker it's going to start to look. We say the darker it looks, the better it cooks. It becomes seasoned over time. So it's going to get this dark, dark glossy color to it. This one's fairly new, so it's still looking pretty pristine. But the more you use it, the darker it's going to get, and it's going to become non-stick over time. This is going to go into the oven for about 20-25 minutes just for the dough to bake, not break, for the dough to bake and the cheese to melt. But everything else is, you know, the broccoli needs to cook a little bit, but otherwise, just about the dough. So this is going in, and I'll be back shortly. Let's see how it looks. Oh, it's beautiful. Can you hear that sizzle?